I haven't, unfortunately. And Moonlight, Barry Jenkins' Moonlight, Greta Gerwig's Lady Bird, Hereditary with Ari Aster, even Bo Burnham in Jonah Hill. And that was before the 2020s. This was the run they went on, and they really went for it. From 2013, which was when Spring Breakers came out. That's crazy. And this is the 2020s. It really brought out a lot of prominent filmmakers today. Um, Also the Green Knight, one of my favorite films of 2021, great film, and X with Ty West coming out last year. So it's interesting because whenever I talk with my friends about film, I think we all kind of agree that the superhero movies are ass. So I try to push people towards more independent, quote unquote, because in my opinion, independent is becoming more and more uh blockbustery in its own right, with the production value going way up than it used to be, but you get incredible creative freedom that these companies provide. Like Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid, like honestly one of my favorite movies to come out this year so far. That movie, that film, that beautiful film would not have been made if A24 didn't just hand Ari Aster a check, because he provided him with successes like Hereditary and Midsommar. So he's gotten, it's a lot of I guess it's the more new age cult films, but I don't even know if I can call them cult films because they're so popular because of these filmmakers. I feel like the filmmaker is today's movie star. People don't really go to the theater, well, unless it's Tom Cruise, I guess. Like I don't think Brad Pitt brings people to the theater. I don't think like any of those people. I guess The Rock kind of brings people to the theater. Vin Diesel wants people to go to his movies, like, but I don't. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. But how I view filmmaking, yeah, like it's the director, it's the vision. It's all about the vision, because a good director gets incredible actors to deliver amazing performances, and that's what I've always believed. Smaller, younger company, Neon. Not many people probably know Neon, but they they do a lot of international productions. For instance, The Worst Person in the World from 2021, great film. Just got the Blu-ray, the Criterion Collection Blu-ray. Uh, Julie Decremont, Titane, one of the best films of 2021, one of the wildest films of 2021. Really had a, I can't even call it a cussy because it wasn't even, I digress. But Neon's also brought out some filmmakers that I would normally watch and who I have like really come to enjoy. Like Parasite, Bong Joon-ho. Never really watched a Bong Joon-ho film. until Parasite. Then I kind of went into his filmography to understand a little better. Uh, Brandon Cronenberg, holy shit, one of my favorite filmmakers right now because he has a very interesting style similar to his father, David Cronenberg. His films are trying to say something. You might not understand what it's trying to say, but you get like there's an underlying message there which makes you want to watch the film over and over again just to see what you miss, and that kind of filmmaking and artistic prowess is impressive in its own right. He put out Possessor. I highly recommend the film Possessor to anyone. Um, Probably not for everyone though. I'm gonna be honest. Gets a little graphic and a little weird. But if you like weird, uh, like straying off the beaten path of superhero films and uh reproduction of old IP, like you might like it. You might like it. But the powerhouse in independent filmmaking has got to have been Blumhouse because they literally make their films with like elbow grease and can do attitude, pulling the proverbial up the bootstraps, whatever that saying is. I forgot why I was saying it. But what really got Blumhouse a household name was Paranormal Activity, a film I've also never seen. Because not into that kind of horror. It just doesn't tickle my fancy. But they also got like Insidious, Jordan Peele, literally all Jordan Peele's films. Some people might not know Whiplash and Black Klansman as well are in that Blumhouse umbrella, as well as Megan, which came out this year, and The Black Phone, which came out last year. Nope. All the goodies, all the Blumhouse goodies. But it's crazy, like, and I feel like because of such an oversaturation of superhero films, it has brought people more into like the film nerddom of it all, the film enthusiasts of it all, the real opinionated people. The deeper you get into film, the more opinionated you get, and the more you might say something to someone that'll just piss them off because you just don't like a film. And there's never a middle ground. There is never a middle ground, unfortunately. But, I try to establish it usually. But I mentioned this earlier, Criterion Collection. I've been getting more into collecting that. Like I've been acquiring films like crazy. Like, I just got Terrence Malick's New World, Ingmar Bergman's The Magician, Hidden Fortress, Videodrome. Just watched that the other day, and holy shit, is that insanely applicable to today's society. David Cronenberg is a master. And a bunch of other films that I can't quite see from this distance. Trying to name them off, but yeah, been getting I've been getting into contemporary film, older films, very independent, unique films that I've been getting closer to. Like I just checked out Cure, which was an amazing movie, which kind of gets into mesmerism and how that can affect people and how people can just turn that into committing murder. Fucking wild. Such a it's so good too. House, I just watched Houses like Scooby Doo, but Japanese and awesome. And actually good. Like House is such a fire, absurd film. Love it so much. Terrence Malick's New World. I'm working my way through that film. It's a long one. A very long, slow burn, but it's an adaptation of Pocahontas and John Smith falling in love with Pocahontas and how that like interaction with the new world affects the people. They starve while John Smith is like adapting. It really shows you how England just was not for adapting to newer cultures and they were just trying to take over and boss people around like the dickheads they are. But yeah. And it's I think independent filmmaking is what really got me into how I view film and how I like take it all in. Cuz I mean I'm sure I've mentioned this before on the pod like Donnie Darko is the movie that got me into movies. Like before I would just watch like comedies like 51st Dates. I was a big Adam Sandler guy. I love Mr. Deeds. Be Cool with The Rock. Don't know if anyone's seen that. Like Dodgeball, Tropic Thunder. I was huge into comedy. And then I saw Donnie Darko and I was like, wow, I didn't even know you could tell stories like that in film. And the more I get into film, the more amazing storytelling techniques I see, the more amazing visual effects I see, and just next level storytelling, even from stories that were told 40 years ago. Like you can see how it trickles down into what film is today. And it's what pisses me off so much because superhero films. That's all I gotta say. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Marvel. I don't know how I feel about DC, although I do want to watch The Flash, even though Ezra Miller is a piece of shit. That's just that's just an L I just have to take, and yeah, sucks. But Flash is also like one of my favorite superheroes ever. What a world we live in. And streaming services have definitely been affecting it like majorly. It's making people not go to the theater anymore. Only for huge blockbuster events, which is why they play fucking huge ass superhero avatar like regular ass story films like in theaters and not anything too unique. They're all the same for the most part. They really are. If you really start paying attention to these superhero films, they are quite literally all the same and structured in the same way. Rarely subvert from the path that was laid before them. So Damn. That's so sad. Just thinking about that. And like the Disney Pluses with all the shows and the Hulu. But they did bring new season of Visions back. I still haven't watched it. I haven't watched Mandalorian. I'm behind on quite a few shows. I think I dropped Barry. Yeah, I don't. People say Barry is good, but you know, it's a story about if people can actually change, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand the concept of Barry. It's just, do I want to watch that for however many seasons it's been? I think I dropped off like of the last season, third season, I guess. I don't even know. And Succession is coming to an end. Succession is just goated. It's so good. Succession is so fucking good. It's like a different level. Like I'm not gonna have a show like that. I'll just start to have to like look at random shit. Not gonna lie. If anyone has recommendations for stuff to watch, please just send them my way. Like please, I'll watch whatever at this point. I have been watching some anime. Finland Saga has been amazing. It's one of the best stories ever told. One of my favorite. Not much to say about that. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba has been great. Like always, people talk shit on the Demon Slayer story so much, but that animation speaks for itself. I'm not even gonna lie. Holy shit, this shit looks crazy. She looks crazy. So I've been trying to go to the theater more and like okay, I don't think I've told people this, but I mean I'm sure I've told people this, but I haven't told the story behind this. But the first time I tried to go see Bo Was Afraid, walk in the theater with my friend Amity. Yeah. Yeah. We walk in the theater and like sit at our seats and we're just like watching. And I don't know why, but the screen was so blurry and I had to like lean over like, dude, is it just me or is the screen like not focused at all? She was like, yeah, it's like I don't know. Can't see anything. So I had to get up, something I never do in the theater. I had to get up and go talk to like a manager. I pulled a Karen. I was like, "Excuse me, can I speak to your manager, please?" Like theater one is like not right. They were like, "All right, don't worry, sir. We'll get right on that." Go to the bathroom, go back to my seat. 15 minutes goes by. Nothing changes. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So they're just bullshitting me. I lean over and I'm like, dude, you have to say something. Like I just got up. I don't want to say something again. I just feel weird about that. She gets up, tells them. She gets told the same thing. All right, we're gonna work on it. Don't worry. Uh, it should be fixed momentarily. Another 15 minutes goes by. We're like I'm pretty sure it was like in 45 minutes into the film. Didn't even know really what was happening because the screen was so blurry. Had no idea who was even in the film other than Joaquin Phoenix. That's the only person I knew was in the film at the time. and nothing changes. And I'm like, dude, like this is insane. I get up again, I go ask, and finally they're like, "Oh, we've been trying to get that fixed, but it's we've been trying to get it fixed all day, but it's like not something's wrong. Like you don't have a specialist, you don't have a projector specialist. Like what the fuck is what are you doing, Regal?" That was so upsetting. And it came down to us just walking out of the film, dude. And I feel so bad about that. I've only walked out of one other theater experience, and that was Aquaman, a superhero movie. See how it all circles back to that. So get out there, watch something new, something different, something you might not think you would like. You never know until you try it. Thank you for listening to the Why Am I Here podcast. You can visit the Why Am I Here podcast.com website. Have some reviews on there. Gonna keep putting them up there. Um uh on the website you can also find all the links to the socials. Why am I here podcast at I forget the Twitter. Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Why am I here pod for Twitter? Uh check out the TikTok. TikTok. Check out the TikTok too. Tic tac toe. Yep. Thank you. Have an excellent day. I want to bring my friend on here to talk about Beau is Afraid because that film deep, deeper than the ocean. Let me tell you.